Hello, everybody. We are here at Off-Kai Expo at the M.Rage booth with
Narrzi, nice to meet you.
Perfect. Let's get into it. Who are you?
So my name is Narrzi. I'm the COO and CFO of M.Rage. I'm also the co-founder of the company. Yeah,
Well, thank you for taking some time to meet with me today. I
of
hope you're
course.
doing well here at Off-Kai Expo.
Doing pretty good.
Have you been to Off-Kai Expo here before?
No, actually, this is our first year. We applied last year, I believe, and we got waitlisted, and then we got removed off the waitlist this year. So we're happy to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here because this is your 5-year anniversary of being a company. Is that
It
correct?
is. That's correct.
Right. So, can you tell us how's the journey been? What really started M.Rage, and how have things really evolved the past 5 years?
Oh my goodness, that's a very loaded question. So we kind of started the company, me and my partner, after we were kind of exploring the convention scene. You know, I'm a cosplayer originally. We used to go to cons together all the time, and then we just decided, hey, we're not really seeing a lot of brands that are going really balls to the wall, really loud designs, bright colors, like something like that, and that's what I love to wear. So we just said, hey, why don't we just take a try? So we decided to go on this adventure 5 years ago. It started with just all original stuff. And then I feel like we really took a huge leap when we got a Guilty Gear collab. And then once Guilty Gear took off, we just kind of skyrocketed from there. And you see all of our new collabs popping up everywhere, such as Gizmo Racing Miku. So it's been a wild ride.
You've had a bunch of collabs with a bunch of VTubers, which is pretty fitting here at Off-Kai Expo. Can you tell us a little bit about what really went into those collabs with like the VTubers, such as Project Melody, more Calliope, like for the designs to like really capture their essence? How it really went into that?
Sure. I mean, so those companies kind of came to us originally to discuss a collaboration. They liked what we made. They felt like it really fit their images. So, for example, with Project Melody, she approached us and she felt like we really fit her image. So I kind of worked in tandem with her, worked with one of our local artists, Val E, who drew the amazing art of her. And then we would do our first round of revisions, kind of keep it our style, but hers as well, incorporating her logo. And then we sent it to her and she said she loved it. So we just kind of went with there. And then Holla is a little bit different, we kind of had a little bit more leniency with that one. I wouldn't say like leniency, but for lack of a better word, but we kind of just got to explore it how we wanted to. The art was kind of the main thing that was the most difficult aspect, having to make sure that we capture her perfectly, every detail, every aspect, because especially since some artists, like for example, that artist doesn't really know much about Mori Calliope specifically, so she spent a long time researching about her before she kind of jumped in. So that's kind of the process. It really varies between companies, but it's fun.
Well, they all look amazing. And I think a common theme that a lot of the VTubers who collab with you is that they have a love of streetwear. So I want to ask, how do you define streetwear? Because I know like it can be kind of a broad category at times.
Yeah, streetwear really is just it's a very, very broad category. It can range from, baggy t-shirts to more tech wear inspired anything. Streetwear, I feel like is just an overarching category of apparel that a lot of people wear that's a little more loud, a little bit more like in your face, not really casual. A casual outfit would be like some black pants and maybe a white shirt, and there's nothing wrong with that. But streetwear is something that's like very loud and proud about who you are, whether it's Lolita or whether it's like Decora or tech wear or what we do, which is Japanese inspired streetwear.
Definitely, definitely. I have to ask though, is one of your inspirations for M.Rage and the jackets you make, would that be Sukajan jackets that are like embroidered in the back that are pretty popular in Japan?
Actually, no. One of our main inspirations was Akira, Gundam, stuff like that. Although Sukaban definitely is like a very forward one, and that definitely shows in some of our Sengoku designs. I wouldn't say that it's the main inspiration for our brand. It's just something that we take inspiration from, like from a specific design.
I see. Well, that probably makes sense because you have like wide variety of fashion outside of jackets, such as like belts and everything like that, which I believe you all package yourself. It's only like a 4-person team who handles most of it, correct?
Yeah, we're like a 4-person team. The belts I actually hand assemble by myself, so I actually hand make the belts, which is why they're kind of a small drop item, not a very large drop item. But yeah, it's just a small 4-man team, small business vibes. Everyone wears different hats. Everyone pitches in. I'm on the line packing orders myself, so.
Well, that is very inspirational. And you said that you were originally a cosplayer, so I have to ask, what is it like basically from going from cosplayer to cosplaying characters to actually working with them in the official capacity? Probably most evidently with Hatsune Miku, because I know you've taught cosplay Miku in the past.
I did. I cosplay Miku a lot. Miku is definitely my favorite one to work with. It's it's wild, honestly. It's still baffling to me that I can like wake up and say, wow, I actually have an official collab with Miku. I have a tattoo of her on my thigh, for goodness sake. Like, I'm very into her. But you know, I also have cosplay from like Guilty Gear, and I've cosplayed some VTubers as well. So it's really, really fun, and it's really cool to be able to say like I get to work in the thing that I love the most.
I'm sure that. Is there anything else that you love that you would love to see, like maybe you partner with in the future, like other brands, other collabs?
Honestly, I would love to start doing more anime based things. Like, we don't have a single anime collaboration. We have only like video game, like anime inspired video games, but I don't have any true anime collabs. I would love to get my hands on my very first one. That would be something I really want to like explore.
That'd be amazing. But I have to ask, is there a collab that you may be interested in is with the Gorillas? Because I know you're a big fan of that band.
I am a big fan of the Gorillas. I would love to work with the Gorillas. I really don't think they're like I'm on their radar at all. I'm like itty bitty, like a speck of dust on the earth. Gorillas are like very huge. So if they ever did want to work with me, I'd be open to it. But I don't know if I'm ever gonna get there.
Well, I'm sure like that kind of resonates with you because you here at M.Rage have a big focus on art first, making sure that everything is officially licensed, everything is here. Could you tell us a little bit more about why you really focus on that brand image of having everything be art first, artist first?
Well, you know, I came from the cosplay community and the art community. I have a lot of friends who are artists. I work with a lot of them with my brand, and I love being able to give them that opportunity because I know the struggle. I know how hard it is for them. I know what they've been through. So I just always believe that if I ever got a chance to do something like this, I want to put my morals first before anything else. So, you know, we started with all original art. I didn't want to do fan art or anything like that because I didn't want to infringe on someone's IP because I know that if I was an artist, I would be upset if someone did that for me. And then after that, you know, if I get the opportunity to bring in artists to work with me, like, you know, with the Hololive collab, I got to work with some of my closest friends. I would love to bring them in. I always believe that we should treat our community well. Whether you're an artist or not, you should treat them with respect. And I want to do that, which is why we also don't work with AI. I don't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Very understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you guys love so much because you have an original character here. Her name is Akane Taicho, correct?
Yes, Iconic Tide Show, that's correct.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what went into her design and how is she basically the brand image?
Honestly, Akane is just like, you know, she's very bold and brash. Her personality is she is actually first, she doesn't think first before she acts, you know. That whole design was actually a collaboration between my partner, our founder or our co-founder, and Belly, another artist that we work with. And they kind of just collaborated with her. We're just throwing ideas back and forth and ended up with who she was now. And she kind of fits our brand image. She's the colors. I mean, you know, it's always nice to have a mascot that you can kind of just default back to if you need to.
Definitely, definitely. So, another question I have is: do you have a favorite piece here? One that really speaks to you, either through like the design process or just aesthetically? Do you have one? Of
I'm
course.
biased. I'm a huge Iku fan, so I'm really biased towards the crop one because I've always wanted a crop jacket. I'm really short, so crop jackets are my favorite. So I'm super biased towards our crop Miku jacket.
Well, it looks great, and I've actually seen some cosplayers and other people start to incorporate it more. Do you ever hope that you become like a regular brand image that people just like go to for like anime style streetwear?
I would love that, honestly. That's like the ultimate goal, you know, is to just kind of be like the, you know, the big name brand, like some of the like, you know, the old heads like Hypeland and Kinfold and all of them. Like, I would love to get to there someday. I still feel like I'm so small, you know, only 5 years old, like a little itty bitty baby, but I feel like we're getting there, you know. I feel like I'm growing every day.
Well, you are making some big strides because you're in some physical stores such as Soragume. Could you tell us a little bit more about maybe your hopes going forward with like more physical shops or just working with these shops in general?
I mean, so Soragumi is kind of a collaborative shop. I'm friends with the owners, so that's kind of how they invited me. You know, I was in there pulling up the tile day one, but I would love to be in other stores. You know, it just has to fit like with what we believe in, and if it works out, if I fly like, you know, time wise, sometimes I had to go to the store myself and restock. If I had to do that with more than just the two, I don't know if I'll be able to handle it. You know, still small team, but I'd love to do that someday. You know.
Totally understandable. So I'm sure this is like you can't tell me much classified NDA, but can you at least allude to what's coming next? What are y'all working with right now?
So we do have 3 big collaborations coming out at Anime Expo. Unfortunately, I am under NDA, so I can't say anything, but I will say that it's kind of like the sister to a couple of the collabs we've already done. So, and if you follow us on Twitter, you'll probably see us sneaking it when we probably shouldn't be, but we're a little wild on Twitter. And then at Evo, we're hoping to land a very big one there. We'll see if it goes through right now. It's still in the process of getting approved, but yeah, we have some really big things coming up, and our 2026 calendar seems to be booked up right now. So we have a lot coming out. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Can't ask for anything more, you know.
Well, he'll look forward to it. I have one final question here I would like
Hmm.
to ask you, and that is, what is your dream? What are you and maybe even your whole team really aspiring to right now, whether that be M.Rage or even beyond that?
Honestly, I'm kind of just taking it one day at a time. I'm not thinking too much because I feel like that might stress me out and give me anxiety. My dream, I kind of achieved one of them, work with Hatsune Miku, but I just want to be able to hire a bunch of other artists, have people on my team and give them livable wages, give benefits and everything like that. I'd love to be able to do that with a bigger team and just kind of be like a brand that like can hold its own. That's what I would want.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to speak with me today. I hope you have a damn good one.
You too.
Is there
Thank you
anything
so
else you want to
much.
shout out and say to the camera before we head out?
Bye.
Perfect. Well, that will be Val E Song Productions signing out. Have a damn good one, y'all, and take care. Ciao,
Bye.
guys.